Hello, welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII Remastered commentary playthrough. Alright, we are at the second to last side quest for the game that I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to save the Chocobo Forest for the fourth disc. I just think it's better to do it there. Just because you can do it now. I mean, no, you couldn't have done it with Ball and Garden. Because there's a particular Chocobo Forest that's covered. Yeah, right here. So you wouldn't have been able to make this gap. Actually, can you? Oh, it's kind of ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen this. All these years, right? No, I was kidding. I've seen it before. But yeah, so I just think it's a lot easier to do it in the fourth disc. Because the fourth disc is going to offer us a lot of like locations that we can visit through little teleporters that'll pop up in the end game. But I mean, feel free to do it now if you want. It's not a big deal if you do it now or later. At least they have something in the fourth disc for us, you know. And the reason why I say this is because you actually do need to use a Chocobo to get back to the Ragnarok in the fourth disc. So, you know, I'd rather just start that side quest when I'm actually forced to do it, rather than having the choice to do it right now. But for the most part, we got everything done. You know, Shumi Village, the CC card group, the alien side quest, Wind Hill, Dalit we did earlier with the card stuff with the man up in the pub or whatever. The dog, there's a dog quest. So, you know, the only thing that I truly skipped in this game is the Queen of Cards quest. Which all she does is that she really wants you to lose cards to her. And then you have to kind of do like this RNG manipulation of where she's going to end up next in what city. So if you get the wrong city, you know, you have to reload, talk to her again, lose your card to her, whatever she was asking for. And then she's going to get an inspiration for a new card to be developed. And then you got to talk to these random various NPCs and figure out who has these cards. And, you know, you'll win them early. So the benefit of doing that, I guess, is that you'll earn some rare cards at the beginning of the game. But, you know, do the CC Card Club. We'll figure out how to get every card after that. It's, to me, a lot easier. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and advance the Obel Lake quest. This thing only nets you a 3 stars and a Luck Junction scroll. So, last episode I was talking about how we are lacking on 2 of our characters with luck right now. So only 1 GF came with Luck Junction as an ability to learn. I picked up an early Luck Junction from mugging Odin when we went into the Central Ruins. So if you mugged Odin, you should have another Luck Junction scroll, which I hope you did, because his G returners that he drops are not worth it. So this is the second one that you actually end up with, and then you're going to pick up the third and final one here in this little side quest. There's gonna be at least one battle you'll have to do, and it's against Thrust Avis enemies, which isn't that bad at all. You can just smack them silly and they'll die. But do have Encounter None on, because you are going to do a lot of running around, and it's just going to make this quest a headache. That, or you can do the double click on the sticks here and turn off the encounters. Up to you how you want to do it. Come to this midsection and just hit X. So the proper option here is you want to try humming first, and then when you see these messages, these are completely random, so you're probably going to get different dialogue than I am. Try throwing a rock. If it disappears, try humming again. Try humming again. There we go. And this is what you want. You want him to ask you to find his friend Mr. Monkey. This quest is, yeah, it's something. I don't know if they just ran out of time or out of ideas here and they rushed this stuff, because it's going to feel very awkward and strange at times when we're looking for things. So from this area, you want to head over towards Dalit, basically. Which I'm getting my bearings already. There we go. And inside of this forest right here near Dalit is where you want to do this stuff at. So inside this forest, you want to hit X. And you're just going to be spamming X a bunch. When you see the options of finding the monkey here, you want to throw a rock at it. Disappear, throw a rock, you suck. Okay, good. Alright. Actually, I think I'm missing a sequence here. So he's going to keep saying that something went wrong. Go back to Obel Lake when this happens. And we want to get a rock to skip. And see, he's not supposed to deliver these lines until you actually start advancing this quest line. When he does this, I guess you can go find this stuff already. Yeah, this is terrible. I don't know why he's doing that. Anyway, we're going to throw a rock. The message that you're looking for is you're going to throw a rock and it's skipped many, many times. So just keep going towards the lake and keep doing it. This is going to take a few attempts. There we go. So you want this to pop up, the rock skip many, many times, and then you want to head over to Mr. Monkey. So go back to the forest. Enter it, hit X. Okay. Alright, so when he spells out these letters, he's just essentially just spelling something out, and you kind of have to, like, you know, put these together. How would you know this as a kid? I don't know, but hey, it is what it is. And there's going to be a lot of letters that you need to put together. So, like I said, I don't know what this is all about, but, you know, they figured that this was the best thing they could have done with this stuff. So anyway, the little shadow in the lake was giving us more details on stuff that he probably shouldn't have. I don't know why. I'm not sure if they're bugged in the remastered or something. I just don't remember playing out like this. But you do want to listen to it and go to those areas specifically that it was listing for us. And one of the areas was on this little island. So keep hitting X as you run around, and you'll find a rock. And you want letters like that. So once you got the R-E-A-I-D-R reading, you're good to go. Move on. And one of the dialogue pieces, he was talking about something, something on top of a mountain, a lake, and a cavern. If that dialogue didn't appear, try to get it to appear. So he'll talk about Edbilk Peninsula. Take a break at the railroad on the bridge. Okay. And there's also something on top of a mountain with a lake and a cavern. Alright. So he's just giving you hints as to where some of these things are located. That's the purpose of the dude in the... or the shadow figure in the lake. So right here, there's the waterfall. You kind of want to stand over the waterfall and just keep smashing X. And once you check this thing out, you're going to be thrust into a battle against the Thrust Avis enemies. So perfect opportunity to pick up more windmills if you need them. These are high level ones, so they should drop them pretty easily. Of course, and I guess your feathers. Alright, and then you're looking for that EAS NPD. And now we want to go to the Obel Peninsula, however you want to say it. Because that was a hint that he dropped at us. Actually, probably should have said something about Balam too. This quest is just, oh my. Yep, at the beach in Balam, something special washes the shore at times. Okay, so then, yep, there was another one stuck in there. So the Obel Peninsula one was actually like the answer, like where you're supposed to actually really go. I don't know why he says it too early. So run around the beach in Balam. We're very familiar with this from all of our grinding with the fast accounts at the beginning of the game. And this is what you're looking for. The STS LRM message. And you saw the letters there populate. Squall was like, okay, what does this all mean? So you can go back to Obel Lake and see what he has to say. Ideally, what they wanted you to do, I guess, was to put these in, like, a word. You know, 7-year-old me wasn't even thinking about doing something like that. I'm just sitting there like, what is going on right now? Matter of fact, I didn't even do this quest. Because I didn't even know it existed, you know? But when I did see it, I was like, I was still confused. I'm like, alright. But anyway, so what this is going to spell out is the Mordred Plains has treasure. If you know how to figure that out, please let me know. I think I can kind of see how it works. If you start over from the right side and you start reading your way down, starting with the M-O-R-D, and then you hop over to, so it's kind of like spelt backwards, but not really. You can kind of see it says Mordred, and then Plains has treasure, you know. I don't know what kind of puzzle that is. There's a name for those kind of things. But that's basically what they're trying to tell us here. So you're kind of wondering, you know, what the heck is the Mordred Plains, right? Yeah, so you would never know, honestly. Unless you stop at every single area in the game, open up your map, and you read the bottom there, and it tells you where you're located. So just be careful traversing this area, because we don't want to run into the... I keep forgetting what it's called, the Lunatic Pandora. You don't want to run into that thing. Get my bearings straight. It's been a while since I tried to find the place. Mordred Plains, okay. So if you go to this tip, right? Oh no. What I really need to find is this. There we go. Okay, so this is actually pretty cool, though. I never really knew about this. I kind of discovered this about 3 years ago. But you can actually run in here, and if you remember, this is where Laguna and his crew fought that Ruby Dragon. So our first look at a Ruby Dragon was here. Monsters that you'll actually encounter in here will be the Mesmeries and the Ochus. So this is a very prominent Ochu breeding ground. And it'll just pop you off to the other side here. Which puts you in the Trabia region. So it's pretty cool. I actually, you know, I was just kind of running the mountains one time and I just said, bam, I was like, whoa, what just happened? Got really excited, thought it was a secret area. No, it was just this. But you come back here, you know, I wish they did something with it. Like a hidden boss or something, I don't know. But nonetheless, pretty neat. So if you want to farm Ochus and their tentacles, you can get them from here. And we are now in the right area, so this is where we need to be at. And this part sucks. Like, it is not fun at all. You're just going to be smashing X on the ground. And you're going to have to, like, deal with these different rocks that are going to be yelling at you and telling you lies and all sorts of stuff. You're going to need your map up, which is unfortunate. The red face rock angrily tells you to search itself. Yeah, this place sucks. I don't know how else to put it. These rocks, like, they just don't give you like good enough directions, and then when you think you're on it, you'll have to like move in small little increments in order to get this thing, and it's just not worth it. This part you can absolutely skip. I'm just going to show that you can get the 3 stars from here. 3 stars is just terrible. It's not the best reward they could have given for this type of thing. It'll probably take like 40 minutes to find this thing, let me remind you. Very impatient with this quest. You really want to be listening to the red face rocks. These are the guys that are going to be telling you where the treasure is located. You just get thrown off the path here. It's just terrible. Oh my goodness. But essentially what you're looking for is a rock, a red face rock that's going to tell you the treasure's not here. Because the red face rocks are lying to you. So you're supposed to be going the opposite direction of where the red ones are trying to tell you to go. So when it's yelling at you saying it's west, you should probably start heading, you know, eastwards. When it says it's north, try to head south. No matter how many times I do this, I swear, it changes places. I know it doesn't, but it's just terrible. Depending on your camera angle too, how you want to play this, you know. You can change that with R2. And then just, you know, stay patient, deal with the rocks. This quest is... It's a quest, let's just say. And so I think the overall problem with it is that if you're impatient like I'm doing, you're just smashing around, you know, you're not really paying attention to the dialogue, then I guess this quest could be a little difficult to deal with. I think there's a method to the madness, but, you know, I'm just trying to get this thing and get out of here. Because to me, it's not that worth it. The real problem with this one is that you have to be like pixel perfect damn near in order to get this thing. Right now it's just draining me. This happens every single time. I mean, ideally, you want this as your, you know, your little ground, I guess, for what you're trying to look for, like a point. As long as you see the orange trail, kind of use this as a guide. Because the 3 stars thing is always going to show up in the same spot, but it's just getting that pixel perfect thing you need here. It's like I said, this is gonna take a minute. Let's turn that off. Maybe that's the issue. Oh my goodness, come on. Yep. This is it. This is one of the worst things you gotta do in this game. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So yes, in this general area, I would try to use this mountain as like a guide point, to be honest. But 3 stars is not worth that kind of hassle. That's all it's good for. We already have a GF, I think 2 GFs actually, that come with this ability. And more than likely, you're either A, not going to care, or B, you're not going to want to put that on your ability list anyway. So only 1 magic spent with triple. You know, like, no. Not worth it. But anyway, once you solve that mystery of Obel Lake, you'll actually get the achievement pop for that. And then there's the last reward that you get. So if you remember, the little lake monster was talking about a buccal lake or something like that, or peninsula. You actually want to go get this. So there's like this tiny little island right here. And if you open it up, it'll have Mindy Island. So at some point they mentioned this thing. I don't know. Just kind of smash X around here. Don't get any better, do they? I do wonder if you need to go back to Obel Lake. I usually do this quest out of sync because I don't even do it anymore. I don't even care about it. No beak slow. Maybe that. I guess this is supposed to tell you that there's treasure at Mindy Island. Thinking that's why that didn't populate. So you just want to do everything this dude hints at you. I'm not even gonna worry about that. So we'll head back over to Mindy Island and see if it's actually spawned this time. There we go. Super obscure, right? I mean, anyway, we got the rewards. Your trophy should pop now once you find that luck junction scroll. So you got to claim both rewards. You got to get the 3 stars, and you got to get the luck junction in order to pop the trophy for Obel Lake. Really miserable, but you know, take your time. I guess be patient. Don't be like me and you know take 40 minutes to find the damn thing. But that's probably what's going to happen. And then with luck junction scrolls, finally we're able to get our other characters up to par. So everybody's going to be able to junction something to every single stat. So I'm going to do Siren and Shiva again. So Amnesia Shiva. GF. And Siren for magic. And then teach them both. And there we go. Luck really doesn't help at all with Squall, to be honest. It'll kind of help with like if he's your mug character, and then he'll have a higher chance at pulling off mug. But honestly, all luck is really used for is gaining critical hits in battle, which Squall does by trigger. You've always been able to get critical with Squall since the beginning of the game, just as long as you hit that. And that's going to wrap up Obel Lake. So now we have everything we pretty much need to head over towards the end game. We are lacking at least one more Rosetta Stone, which we're going to find in the end game dungeon. So if you know a character that you want to put the ability on right now, go ahead and use the Rosetta Stone on whoever. Because we're going to get another one in the castle. And then if you want to teach any of these abilities, like HP plus 80, someone's lacking on it, or Strength plus 60, I'll let you guys figure that part out yourself. It's honestly pretty easy. Just do whatever you think you might need to do for the future. But right now, you should be set up like really, really well. Nothing should be able to hurt you until like pretty much the end game bosses. And the only other piece of advice I can offer at this point is probably don't go like overboard with refining any of your like important cards just yet, because there's going to be a method that we need to do first if you want to get some auto abilities, which pretty much endgame builds always hold up, with the auto. So there's 4 auto abilities in the game. You got auto reflect, auto protect, auto shell, and auto haste. Every character with that on is pretty paramount to their success. So, you don't need to, because there are other cool abilities. I mean, we've been using them the entire game, HP plus 80 will give you, 999s pretty much, whatever you're junctioned with. And, moves like counter, auto potion, if you're weak on vitality, then stuff like that. But honestly, it's up to you how you want to build. I would have at least one character with all 4 of those things on because they'll just become like a super beast. And it'll just increase your, you know, your chances of survival. So that leaves one final side quest remaining now, and that's going to be the Chocobo Forest. Like I said, we will tackle that in Disc 4. But now we are ready to advance over to Lunatic Pandora. I'll check time real quick. Okay. So I'm going to open up another episode and actually go through Lunatic Pandora. A couple boss fights inside of there. Very last chance right now, if you did not pick up Odin and you were waiting because you didn't want to gain any levels or anything like that, do it. Go grab Odin right now, right before you enter Lunatic Pandora, because you're going to miss out on a hidden GF, and you know, if you still don't have the trophy for him, then you're not going to get the trophy in this run. So go get Odin, make sure he's in your party. We're going to need him for the future. I'm going to actually put the vehicle near Esthar. So when we open up, the very first thing we're going to see is a cutscene of us entering the Lunatic Pandora. Should be over here. So final chance to go to any place you want to go to in the game. Once we advance here, you won't be locked into Lunatic Pandora. You can leave at any time. But once we fight the final boss inside of Lunatic Pandora, you will be locked out of pretty much all of the content here on the mainland for the rest of the game. Because what's going to happen is that things are going to change. When you'll be able to come back and see the cities, but the cities are going to have like this magic bubble over them, and you're never going to be able to re-enter towns ever again. So go ahead and finish up any other side quests that you haven't done yet. At the very, very most, go do the CC card quest. If you have any interest in completing your card decks and, you know, get all the pages done, and you want to have some ability to refine some late game items and stuff like that, do the CC side quest. Bare minimum. Everything else is kind of optional, but you saw some of the cool stuff that we did pull off of there. So our characters are looking pretty good and nice right now. And really, that's all the advice I have on that part. So I'll rejoin. I'll see you guys in the next one. Appreciate it. Thank you.